Hey, thanks for checking out this video. Today we are going to be using some Rubio Monocoat on this red oak tabletop that I'm working on for a coffee table. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sand and water pop between grits. I started at 100 and went all the way up to 180. I have seen some people say Rubio is supposed to only go up to 150, but I've also seen people say they go to 180. So I went to 180 and I think it worked just fine. One thing that I did not show in here is I did not show wiping down with mineral spirits when you're done sanding, and then that takes about a day to dry. So make sure when you're all done sanding, you wipe it down with mineral spirits and then you let it dry for a day. Rubio is a 3-to-1 part mixture. You don't have to have the part B, the accelerator. But if you don't use the accelerator, it does take about 27 days to fully cure. With the accelerator, it's about 7. I have the Rubio Monocoat Oil plus 2C, which is the accelerator. And this is Castle Brown. Once I've mixed it all up and I've applied it and moved it around with a scraper, not sure what you would call that exactly, plastic scraper, plastic spreader, I am working it in with a white Scotch-Brite pad. I put it on my sander. Don't know if that's the best way to do it, but it worked pretty well for me. I've seen people do it with a buffer or just by hand, but I went with the sander just because it worked it in a lot faster. Then once it's all worked in and you let it sit for about 10 minutes, you come back with some dry rags and wipe away all of the excess until it's not sticky. One thing that I've heard many people say with using Rubio is you can never wipe off enough, but you can leave too much on. And if you leave too much on, then it really becomes sticky and you do not want that because then you're just gonna have to sand it down and redo it. Another suggestion that I have is don't mix too much of this because it is pretty expensive, so you don't want to mix too much and then have some left over and you don't have anything to do with it. So I try to stay on the cautious side, and then I can mix a little bit more if I need to, and that's actually what I had to do here. And once you have it all nice and evenly applied, you wait about 15 minutes for it to sit and soak in. Then use a dry rag to wipe away all of the excess. I just use an old t-shirt for that, and just keep wiping until you don't have anything left on your rag. If you're using Rubio Oil plus 2C, it is ready to use in 48 hours. If you are just using Rubio without the accelerator, it does take about 27 days to fully cure. So make sure you remember that and just get the accelerator because nobody wants to wait 27 days for a piece of furniture to dry.